Okay, on to the second page here. We're going to concentrate on translations and rotations. Translation is just whenever you take a shape like this and you move it by the coordinates that they tell you. So for instance, here, we're going to move A to the left 6, up 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up. And that is the new A prime. And so we have a new coordinate for A prime. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now one thing I got to correct here is that this was to the left 4, so that's a negative 4, 5. Okay, and I'm going to do this for every one of these shapes. So I'm going to do that for B, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's my new B. So that would be left, 1, 2, 3, 4. And up and down is at 0. Finish this out on your own. Let's see if we match up. So we're going to do a big pause right here, and you're on your own. All right. Now that we're back on, hopefully you should have a shape that's right here. And every one of these points has been moved left 6 and up 8. Your coordinates for C should be at 2, 0, 2, 5, and negative 1, 3. Hopefully we were able to do that with no problem at all. Okay, on example 2, we want to describe each translation. We want to go from A to B. And a lot of times where the most common mistake is made is that people will go from this corner of A to this corner of B. And that's going to get you a wrong answer. This corner right here of B matches up with this corner of A. So you have to go from here and figure out, do you go to the right or the left? Do you go up or down? So from this point to this point, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to the right. And down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 to the right and down 5. And we'll do that for B to D and D to C. Do these two on your own. We'll pause the video here and pick it up in a second. Okay, hopefully by now you've already done it. We're going to look at those coordinates. So number 2, you should have down 6 and to the right 2. Most common mistake, once again, is if you don't go from the corresponding corners of each shape. 3, left 12. It's a long way to go to the left. And then down 1. So we go left 12, down 1 to get to that new spot from D to C. All right, three-dimensional figures can be used to make, can be made using translations. We want to plot these 4 points, and then we're going to connect all the points in order. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to draw those here. You go ahead and do that too. We'll pause the video. So we have our shape right here. And if we look, we got us a square. And translate this figure, 4 units to the right and 3 units up. So every one of these points is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3 units up. That would be B prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And there is our new shape. C prime, D prime, and A prime. Okay, and now we want to draw segments from A to A prime. So we'll draw that segment there. B to B prime, C to C prime, and D to D prime. And what type of figure do we have right here? We have as a rectangular prism. So we're able to make a three-dimensional shape using our translations. All right, so on rotations, we have 2 types of rotations. We have a clockwise rotation And that's which way the second hand goes on the clock, and the minutes and the hours. Okay, and then we have a counterclockwise rotation, which is in the opposite direction. Now we can determine pretty easily these 4 turns, or these portions of turns, parts of turns. A 90-degree rotation, what I like to do is I like to take and put an arrow right here. And if I turn this 90 degrees clockwise, that's where we're at. That is a quarter turn. And I can do a quarter turn counterclockwise, which means I would take that paper and I would turn it that way. Now 180 degrees, that's whenever you totally flip around. So that's going to be a half turn. And that's an R. My R and N look pretty bad right there. Okay, and then a 270, that's going to be a 3/4 turn. So if I start here and I rotate this all the way around to there, that's a 270 turn. So 3/4 turn. And then 360 would be when you start here and you rotate all the way around back to where you started. That's a 360, so that's 1 full turn. So as you look at these shapes, figure out what the turn is. What is the rotation? We go from here to here. That's 90 degrees clockwise. Now for B, you could be thinking, all right, well the P here is if I went 90 degrees counterclockwise. I could also say 270 degrees clockwise. Also over here, I could say 270 degrees counterclockwise. One of these is better. The one that is better is the faster way. That's the way we want to do it. Okay, now this one, notice how the point starts there, ends up down. That is going to be a 180 degrees clockwise or 180 degrees counterclockwise turn. Either one doesn't matter, they're the same. They're exactly half. Now, I do have a little cheat system here on how to solve our problems that we're going to be dealing with, okay? What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to take my paper, and you don't have to do this, but I need to because to fit this paper on the screen. I'm going to fold my paper. You don't do that. Okay, I'm going to just take my paper here. I'm going to fold it in half. Okay, now we can just concentrate on this. And I'm going to take this little arrow. I'm going to draw that arrow that I put on top of the paper, and I'm going to put it right there. And what we want to do is we're going to draw this result and see what we get after a 90-degree turn, a 180-degree turn, and a 270-degree turn. This can be really complex, and trying to figure this out is what happens as this shape rotates 90 degrees. So I'm going to show you the cheat. This is how we get around this. Okay, we're going to look at where A is. This is our x-axis, and this is our y-axis. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat, and I'm just going to turn the paper 90 degrees clockwise. And now I'm going to treat this as my y-axis and this as my x-axis. And what is the A? Okay, after a 90-degree clockwise turn, my A prime, my new A, was at 2 to the right and up 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2, 4. And I'm going to do that for all of these, B and C. Well, B here is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, 7. And then now C is at 9, and then up 3. Now that I have those there, I'm going to turn my paper back to the way it was originally, and I'm going to draw these in. So A is going to now be back to the original at 2, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my new A. B is going to be at 7, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And C is going to be at 9, 3. And that is Coach Lambert's way of cheating to get our new locations. Now we're going to repeat this. We're going to go 180 degrees. So I'm going to take the paper. I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees. Boom. Now I'm going to look. This is 180 degrees. And we could say it's clockwise or counterclockwise. It doesn't matter. But now, where's the A at? This A is going to be at 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right, and 2 down. B is going to be 7 to the right and 7 down. And C is going to be 1, 2, 3 to the right and 9 down. And so now I'll rotate my paper back around, and yes, it ends up being upside down, but I'll be able to find the new A after 180 degrees. It would be at 4, -2. So back to the original, 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 1, 2. There's a new A. So this was A, this is A now. Okay, now B is at 7, -7, so 7, and then -7. There's my new B. And then C is at 3, 9. There's my new C. I can connect the dots here. There's the B. And then back up here, this was the B and the C. Okay, and there's, after 180 degrees, that's where it would be located. Okay, one more to go. 270 degrees clockwise. So paper's here, I'm gonna cheat. 90, 180, 270. Treat this as your X, this is your Y. So at 270 clockwise, A is now at left 1, 2, so -2, down 1, 2, 3, 4. B is at -7, -7. And C is at -9, -3. Now I'm going to rotate the paper back to the original position, and I'm going to draw my new shape here. A, -2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And B is at -7, -7. And C is at -9, -3. And I connect those dots. There. I have each one of those rotations. This was the 90 degree, this was the 180 degrees, and this was the 270 degrees. And remember, all I did was I took the original position and I rotated it there, found what the coordinates were here, wrote them down, and then turned it back to the original position, and then recorded my results from the original position. Okay, that's my cheat to get through that. All right, great job. I hope y'all paid attention. If you got questions, bring them in on Wednesday, and we will go over this and get some more work done on Wednesday. But y'all have a good day. Work hard for the sub. Don't give them any trouble. Thank you.